She's asking about whether or not there were other little films that he made and made specifically for Linda or her sisters.
The tape that portion came from, that he's talking to my mother, was a long tape, and there was a segment for each of us, and for my sons and the other two grandchildren. Oh, that was very, very emotional to watch that, yes, but wonderful to have. Right, and that's a whole other film.
I was gonna say, how much, when you ended up, how much footage were you actually going through to come down to, what is this,
72 minutes.
I was, yeah, I was 60 cents, 72 minutes.
Oh God, I think it wasn't actually all that much, because if you'll remember, a lot of the footage was 8mm and Super 8, and you didn't shoot a lot. That footage was very precious, and so that did not add up to a lot of feet of film. It's when you got into the video world, and everybody was videotaping everything and didn't even watch it, because you just didn't have time to watch everything that you recorded. But I'm going to make a wild guess. I probably had somewhere like 65 hours of footage. So it wasn't all that much. And the early footage I knew quite well.
I don't know, 65 hours down to 72 minutes sounds like a lot to me.
And I wanted, actually, let me jump in. My editor wanted to be here today, Nels Bangerter. He was wonderful to work with. I tried to cut this film myself for 3 years and showed it to people who I trusted. And they said, it's not that you don't have a story, there's way too many stories, and you need some distance from this, you're way too close. And Nels went to USC, he was a student of mine, and pretty well starting to boom at that time, and I grabbed him right at the right time, and he was wonderful to work with, just really great to work with.
Well, that's great. The other thing is I thought it was interesting your choice, because there are different documentary styles, and one where you actually hear the person off camera and have yourself in. The choice of actually using your off-camera comments I thought was very interesting. Like even at the very end where you're like, oh, mom, and all of that was intentional then.
I mean, when I would interview, it was just me and the camera and a mic, and we would just sit around and I would ask her these questions, and